are a very new and popular type of media. Research from the Entertainment Software Association says that roughly 160 million adults play internet-based games. But playing too much video games can be bad for you, as you can develop video game addiction, or as it's better known as, gaming disorder. Gaming disorder was officially acknowledged as a disease by WHO in 2013, and they basically define that as if a person is giving gaming priority over basic human functions like hygiene or even eating or going to work or spending time with other people. And for a person to be diagnosed with video game disorder, they must show symptoms for at least 12 months. But only a very small percentage of people who play video games actually suffer from video game addiction, as a study showed that only 8.5% of children and teens who play video games will actually show any signs of video game addiction. But I believe that over time, more people may become affected by this disease, and I think we should start research earlier on to prevent this from becoming as big as other diseases. Before I continue on to talk about the symptoms of video game disorder and the dangers, you must keep in mind that even if a person plays a lot of video games, it doesn't mean they're addicted. They must at least show some of the signs like not having good hygiene or not eating or even not going to work for video games to be considered to have video game disorder. So, if a person plays a lot but they can live a normal life as a human being and have good personal hygiene or eat properly, it means they do not suffer from video game disorder. The symptoms and dangers of video game disorder can be divided into 5 categories: emotional problems, financial problems, health problems, social problems, and familial problems. First of all, let's start with the emotional problems. Some of the emotional symptoms a person can suffer with video game addiction is higher risk of depression, loneliness, social anxiety and anger, mood changes, avoiding friends and family members, lying about the time spent playing video games, skipping meals, poor work performance and academic performance, withdrawal symptoms when gaming is taken away or not possible, like sadness, anxiety, or irritability, tolerance, which is the need to spend more time gaming to satisfy the urge. It increases as time goes by with video game disorder. They will get angry when they try to reduce their time playing. They will give up other activities that they liked previously because of their loss of interest because of gaming. They will continue to game despite any other problems they're facing, like if they're hungry or need to go to the bathroom. They have a preoccupation with thoughts about the next time they will be online or about the previous time they were online, and will use video games to relieve negative moods such as guilt and hopelessness. Next, we will talk about the financial problem. When a person is addicted to video games, they tend to spend a lot of money on new video games, on subscriptions on video game services, and on new equipment on gaming like their consoles, computers, or laptops. This can cause financial problems for them in the future or even during that time, as they will spend money that they will be using for food and other things like that on these video games problems. Also, they might actually lose their jobs because of video games, as they will try to play as much as possible, which could then make them play video games instead of actually going to their work. This can also apply to their school, as they will tend to play video games instead of doing homework, or even stop going to school to play video games, which can cause them to be held back for years or for them to get bad grades in school. Next problem we're going to talk about is the health issues. There are a lot of health problems that come with video game addiction. Some of them are neglect personal hygiene, poor eating choices due to frequent snacking and little proper meals, fatigue, pain, burning and tingling, weakness, migraines due to intense concentration or eye strain, significant weight loss or weight gain, sleep disruptions, sleep deprivation. It can also cause diabetes, heart disease, poor circulation, or hypertension because of the very little exercise that comes with gaming as you are sitting down on a chair, and because of the long use of fingers, thumbs, and sometimes the arms, you can get video gamer's thumbs or Nintenditis due to the clicking buttons on your fingers, bursitis or tendinitis, which is caused by the stress of the ligaments, tendons, and nerves on your hands, and carpal tunnel syndrome, which is the compression of the nerve that's in your hand, which can cause numbness, tingling, or even pain in that area. Next, we will talk about the social problems that come with video games. The social problems and the financial problems are very similar, as they both have the same cause. The person who is addicted to video games prefers spending time playing video games than doing other things. In this case, it's spending time with friends or family. This will cause the person to become depressed, socially isolated, and it will feel lonely due to lack of personal contact with other people. And this can even cause the person to lose friends, as they don't have a very good relationship, as the person prefers spending time with video games than spending time with them, causing them to feel even more lonely, depressed, and socially isolated. The next and final problems are the family problems, which are very similar to the social problems. The family problems are the most common problem, as mostly kids and teens play video games. This is mainly caused because a family member tries to take away the video games of the person suffering from the video game addiction. This causes them to get angry and verbally or physically aggressive to the person who tries to take away their video game. They also will try to hide the amount of time they play video games from the family so that they don't try to get in the way of their video game. Some of you may still not believe me on the dangers and that video game addiction is real, but let me show you a real case of how video game addiction killed a man in Taiwan in 2015. In January of 2015, a 32-year-old man with the last name of V.G.A was found dead in a gaming cafe in Taiwan after a 3-day gaming binge. He was found dead at 10 a.m. on January 8th, motionless on a table, and was quickly rushed to the hospital. There, he was pronounced dead due to a cardiac failure, likely caused by exhaustion. His family said that he would disappear on 2 or 3 days on end to go do his gaming binges in this internet cafe. And at first, the internet employees didn't notice he was dead because he would do this oftenly of laying down on the table motionless as he would sleep while gaming. Now I hope you can finally understand that video game addiction is real and it is dangerous and can cause death. This is the first part of our 3-part series on video game addiction. Join us next time to find out if you're addicted to video games and how to stop your addiction.